There are three women who are the principals in the novel. It's got a cast because they have their friends and relations. But the three women are related. Two of them are sisters, and one of them is the niece of the two sisters. And I wanted to have that breadth because each of them represents, although they're fully fleshed characters, three different angles to the question of Israel-Palestine today. There's the Russian Jewish one that goes to Palestine and becomes there, and this is based on my aunt, becomes disillusioned with the Zionist project because she can see, and this is back in the 1920s, and she was not alone, she could see that some terrible injustice was implicit in not so much the settlement, but establishing a Jewish-only state. The trigger for her was taking the jobs, because at the time the Histadrut, which was the Jewish trade union, excluded Arabs. And it was Arab labor that did a lot of labor. It's a complicated issue, but they did a lot. For the earliest settlers, the Arabs did a lot of labor for them. And when the second wave of migrants, Zionist migrants, came, they wanted to do their own work. They didn't want to hire other labor. And this was, in some ways, very principled, but it had unintended consequences, like often good principles do.
So this is Clara.
This is Clara.
Who becomes Hava when she's in Palestine.
But because people changed their names. In fact, that is very common for migrants of all description. They change their name because people can't pronounce them in their new countries, number one, and they want to fit in.
So Clara is the main protagonist, yes, I suppose, among these three Russian Jewish women.
And the reason why she is the main one is because, to me, as the writer, she is the lost woman. She is the voice that has been silenced. Now, the two other characters are her niece Zipporah, who is a fully fledged Zionist Israeli by the end of the book. And she represents that strand. But when I say represent, none of these characters are just ciphers. They're real people, and they became real people like characters do for writers. But the third one is the American. And she begins and she ends the book. And she may not have such a striking role, but she's crucial to understanding, because without America, there would have been no Israel.
And so this is Marion.
This is Marion.
Who was previously
Manyachka, or
Manya.
Manya,
she is.
yeah. So it was important to me that I got all three perspectives in the novel.
Thank you so much for giving us so much of your time. It's been an absolute pleasure to speak to you and to gain some more insight into this wonderful book, As the Lonely Fly. We're very much looking forward to seeing you at the launch on the 24th of June. So thank you again.
And thank you.